Yo, what's going on? It's Phora. Make sure you check me out on the Bootleg Kev podcast. Let's go.
All right, here we go. Bootleg Kev podcast. We got a special guest in here. My guy Phora is in the building.
My man, thank you for having me.
New album, Butterfly Effect,
Yep.
is out right now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Why that name? Because obviously we know the movie.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ashton Kutcher.
Also, some of us might know the movie.
Pretty dark movie, weird movie, yeah.
Yeah. I just feel like, kind of in a nutshell, like everything happens for a reason. And a lot of things happened in my life where I felt like I wanted this, I wanted that. And I didn't get those things. But at the end of the day, I kind of accepted, like accepting fate, manifest destiny kind of thing. And, everything kind of just works the way it's supposed to. And I don't feel like I would be here right now if all those good and bad things didn't happen.
When you say you wanted certain things, are you talking about like industry type success?
Industry, life, success, whether it's success, love, family things, financial, whatever it is, we all want those things, but sometimes we don't get them.
Well, listen, man, I got to give you your flowers because I know you have kind of been through the ringer in the music industry. You've obviously been on major labels. You've had a career that's spanned over a decade now. But dude, you are lit, bro.
It's fun. I'm having fun with it, man. It's a fun time.
I don't know if you still have your store on Fairfax. Do you?
Nah, just COVID.
Okay, but you had that store for a very long time on Fairfax.
Right. It was fun.
Most of these rappers couldn't sell a concert ticket, let alone have a successful clothing line that has a brick and mortar store on one of the most expensive streets in America.
Yeah, it's stressful, man. It's a stressful thing to maintain.
That's a big deal.
While maintaining a music career, a brand career, a business. You know what I mean? All those type of things it's stressful, but I just have fun with it, and I just kind of do what I do.
Even the album you put out, was it in 2020, your last album?
Yeah, With Love Too. Yeah,
you did some crazy numbers, man.
Yeah, fun. I just have fun with it. Independent.
Fucking Kaylani and Janae and all. I mean,
shout out to the homies.
Hey, all the fucking. I understand that it's easy to compare yourself to other people or your peers, or people who you feel like, oh man, I see them on performing at award shows. I should fuck all that, bro. You've done a lot of.
And those are the things I'm talking about. I want those award shows. I want to be at the Grammys here, be at this and that, but. At the same time, I'm kind of just accepting of and grateful mostly of what I have and what's been given to me and what I work for. But I feel like not everybody has a fair chance, and some people have advantages. But at the end of the day, you just kind of have to find what's what you're grateful for.
Well, you have a hardcore fan base, and a lot of people would die for that shit, dog.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta
and I'm grateful for it.
For real.
Because I wouldn't be here still 10 years plus after, You
got some toxic, weird fans too.
Yeah, crazy ones.
I feel like
those are the best ones.
Most of the women who I've come in contact with who are big Phora fans are psychos.
Yeah. Been through a lot. The thing is, they've been through a lot of shit.
No, they're like crazy bitches.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. Been through a lot of shit.
My personal experience. You're like, yo, I love Phora. Do you know Phora? And I'm like, you like Phora?
You had a personal experience. You had a.
She set some clothes on fire, or she's busted some windows, or
right. Yeah, I feel like we all kind of been through that though.
For sure.
You might have had an extra crazy one though.
No, I'm not even women I've necessarily had any sort of personal relationship with, just that I know.
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got, my wife's sister, who's a flaming cunt, she loves you, but she sucks. But she fucking loves you.
But they might, these people, they might need something or someone. True. Some of these people have not found the one yet. You know what I'm saying? Some of the... but they need someone to really be there for them and change their life. I've seen it happen too. I've seen someone's life and personality be changed in one day.
That's a beautiful thing, man. How have you been dealing with? Because I feel like you do live your life outward online sometimes, right? Yeah. I feel like we've kind of seen you go through public issues when it comes to maybe depression or maybe some of your previous relationships. Just you kind of gone through a lot of stuff and we've seen it. How are you doing today?
That's a good question. Today I'm still the same person. I'm still kind of the same person, but I'm just less I try to be less open on social media and everything, just because I don't feel like it makes anything better. But the reason why I try to be open on social media is because there's a lot of people out there going through the same shit. You know,
Right.
we're all human. You could have 10 million followers, $10 million. Like, life's still gonna hit you. You can't get away from life. But at the end of the day, I feel like I'm all right. I'm just going through the same thing, but I kind of deal with my my thoughts and everything in a different way now.
Right.
Now that I'm getting older, I talk to people. I just have conversations with myself. But I still try to be open, you know.
Have you gone to therapy?
I have gone to therapy, yeah.
Was it helpful?
No.
It wasn't?
No.
How many times did you go, though?
I've been to 3 different therapists.
Oh, so
and maybe I need to find the right one. That's what they say. But I don't know, man. I know it's supposed to be like a judge-free zone kind of thing, but I feel like when I'm telling my story, not judging, but they kind of don't get it. You know, and it's hard to talk to someone who doesn't get it when you say this, and that, and they're like, but, you know, I'm not sure. Maybe I need to.
You know what you need?
I don't know what I need.
You need a hero's dose of mushrooms. That's what you need.
Is that the truth?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Or you need to hop on a plane with your lady, go to fucking Costa Rica.
Yeah.
Do some fucking ayahuasca.
But here's the crazy thing.
I'm being serious.
I know. I hear you, and I've heard that, and I've been told that. But I love life, bro. Like,
no, you're gonna love life more. No, listen, bro. I promise you, I'm not telling you something like in a negative way. Like,
yeah,
everyone, not you, not just
anybody
in the world should do psychedelics.
At least once.
All the time. Yeah.
Here's the thing with me, though. I feel like I have a great balance. Like, I love life, but then, like, I hate life. But having that pain, having that anger, having that internal flame inside me pushes me to do certain things, you know, pushes me to make certain music for people, you know what I mean?
Aaron Rodgers, he's a football player. Do you watch
No.
football? Okay. So he's fucking back-to-back NFL MVP. This year he's been terrible. But 2 years ago, he said he went to Costa Rica, did ayahuasca, and it unlocked something in his brain, and he's just like fucking.
He's an amazing football player now.
I mean, he's always been amazing, but you gotta do ayahuasca.
What changed?
He just said that he like understood the world more. He became more self-aware. He became more like it really kind of kills your ego. It kind of like You should do some shrooms at least.
I'm gonna try it.
I got some for you.
Let you know. Okay.
Before you leave here, you'll have some.
Okay. But I like the balance between happy and sad, though. I don't want to be happy all the time. I don't feel. I mean,
you don't want to be happy all the time, but you also want to like
have an understanding
of why you're like. There's probably a lot of like repressed shit that you don't even know is there.
Right.
For real. Like I had my homie. I won't say his name, but he's an industry guy. He said that I knew this guy to be like one of the more degenerate pieces of shit of like all time. Gambled, did a bunch of fucking cocaine, was always sniffing blow off hookers' asses. Just a psychopath, right?
Okay.
Great guy though, I love him. But he did ayahuasca and he hasn't touched drugs, he hasn't gambled, he got married, he had a baby, he got fucking he's like professionally doing better than he's ever done. Like
ayahuasca. So what's ayahuasca?
It's like a drink, like a tea that stems from a root that is DMT based, but it's
kind of like peyote. Different.
I'm not too familiar with peyote, but it's a lot more intense. You drink it and
DMT kind of.
No, DMT is like it is DMT, but it's a slower version of DMT. Like if you smoke DMT, have you ever smoked DMT?
No, I haven't. Can't say I have.
Yeah, if you smoked DMT, you would just go away for like a half hour. Ayahuasca, you're present
in the moment.
It's like 6 hours.
Yeah.
Of like you, but you do it with a shaman.
Okay.
To work you through it, you know?
And they guide you.
They guide you.
Yeah.
And then you come out the other side like a fucking my friend who we were talking about told me it was like doing 30 years of therapy in 6 hours.
Wow. Is there anyone it hasn't worked for?
Nobody I know.
No one that went crazy? Like, fuck.
No, I got a couple of homies who like they go to Costa Rica 3 times a year just to get their get their fucking their mind right.
Fuck. Hey.
Because you know what? All the therapy shit is cool and it's helpful. I think everybody should go to therapy and talk to somebody.
Yeah.
But like the medicine that they try to put you on, that's some bullshit.
Yeah.
Like medication, all that's just some fuck shit. Like do some mushrooms, bro.
Yeah, I get it. It's a natural kind of thing, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like talking to someone is important though.
It is important.
But talking to someone who kind of understands or is willing to listen, even if they don't understand.
Yes. But the other thing
important.
is you're in a position where a lot of people you probably talk to, do they depend on you in some way?
In some way, yeah.
So don't talk to anybody who depends on you for anything.
Yeah, but there are also people who depend on that aren't like
Does that make sense?
selfish. That makes sense, of course. But not everyone is like extremely selfish, and some people are willing to kind of step outside of who they are and understand. You feel me?
No, for sure, man. So this album, what would you describe this album as, just in terms of like the motivation, the message, where you're at?
I think it's just a new me. I took a 2-year kind of break, didn't drop a project, and before this, I dropped an album every single year. Especially as an independent artist, you have to do that. But I took like a year, 2 years off, and I kind of just like did all the bad shit I had to do, did all the self-reflecting I had to do, and just kind of did everything. And I feel like it's a new me, but at the same time, it's just kind of a recap of what I've been through and everything.
Yeah. What's the I forget the exact date. June what? The song on the album that's
June 6th.
June 6th. What's the significance of that date?
Yeah, that's it's a more of a personal song. I try to get real like in depth and like deep about someone who obviously I had a something with, but I felt like naming that song that just because it's a real I don't know, that day when that
was
a
bad day or a good day?
A good day.
Yeah.
A good day. So I kind of do that, like reflecting on that, and when that day passes by, I'm kind of just like I don't know. Yeah. But
you are pretty outward with your relationships online, I feel like.
Yeah, I feel like it's not that out of the box.
It's not.
You get me?
Normal people do that. But do you always, like, you're a famous guy, right? You people fucking bro, you're lit. Like,
I like it, man. It's lit.
Yeah.
If I'm with someone, I like to show them off.
Yeah,
exactly.
But is there any like downside to that? Because I mean, I'm not as popping as you, but I fucking feel the downside sometimes.
Well, I mean, what could be the downsides? NFL players hopping in the DM. I mean, what? There's
how about this? How about this? I said Tupac was overrated in an interview once.
Oh shit! What?
And I didn't even mean it in like he's overrated. I just meant he's not top 5. He's like top 10 maybe. Like he's like 9th or 10th.
Top 2.
Yeah, he's not
top 2.
He's not. I love Tupac. I'm a Tupac fan.
Yeah.
But dude, there was fucking these maniac motherfucking Tupac fans who threatened to murder my wife. They DM'd her.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Yeah, that'll get you that.
And I didn't even say it in a disrespectful way.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's
social media. Social media is crazy.
Yeah.
Social media is crazy. But with me, I feel like I feel like it's better, man, to not really have anything to hide. And of course, like if you don't feel like putting your business out there, it's cool. But if I'm with someone,
you're comfortable with it.
Yeah, I'm comfortable with it. And
yeah.
And like I said, whatever happens. If someone slides in the DM, NFL player, and that's it for me. And
wait,
I get swooped on.
This
by
has happened
NFL.
before?
No, it hasn't happened.
I'm about to say you brought it up like 3 times.
But I'm saying,
did Aaron Rodgers take your chick?
If Aaron
after
Rodgers
the ayahuasca trip,
if Aaron Rodgers swoops and it was that easy, then it wasn't meant to be in the first place.
If Aaron Rodgers DMs my chick, I'm gonna be like, go ahead. Go ahead.
You gotta leave it up to the
girl.
Give
me some fucking tickets.
You gotta leave it up to the girl to decide.
I need some good tickets. That's all I need. Go ahead. Handle it. Let me hang out with him once a year. We'll go do ayahuasca together. Like, how's my ex-wife? She's good. Right? She's a nice lady, right? Shout out to Aaron Rodgers.
That's a different level.
So for you, man, going from starting out independently, you were on RCA, right?
No, Warner.
Okay.
Warner.
Going through the major label situation where it felt like they kind of didn't know what to do with you, or it just kind of felt like obviously it didn't work out how you probably had wanted it.
I'll tell you right now, it was just I got to do what I wanted to do.
Right.
But they also had to approve certain things, and I wasn't feeling it. When I got off Warner, I was able to make music with who I wanted to make music with, and blah blah blah. Like, but when I was on Warner, I was like, I want to do this is a perfect song for this person. I want to get this record to this person. I have someone that wants to make this, and they would like give their personal opinions.
Right.
You know, I just have so many crazy like stories. I wasn't only on the label for 2 years, but it was just like you got all these people that don't really know music
right.
that want to tell you how to make music and who you should make music with and how you should create music.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it just wasn't my vibe because you're not in there with all musicians. You're in there with business people, suit and ties, people who know like finance and all that kind of stuff. But when it comes to the music, like there's no answers to this.
What up, y'all? We got to stop the interview real quick. Tell you about our partners at MyBookie, man. Look, it's so much to gamble on right now. We got World Cup soccer. We got bowl games coming up, NBA basketball. Of course, NFL, man. We're getting into the playoffs in a few weeks. Well, in like 6 weeks or something like that. With that being said, let's win some money. All right? Go to MyBookie right now. Sign up with that promo code BOOTLEG, and they will match your deposit up to $1,000. That's free money to gamble with. That's free money. What are we talking about? MyBookie. Let's talk about the props. You could bet on all kinds of player props. NBA points. Will Giannis win the MVP? You could do futures on the award season for the NBA. So much going on. You could also still bet on the NFL MVP odds as well. There's just so much ways to get money on MyBookie. But what's most important is that they're giving you free money. You sign up at MyBookie right now. You use the promo code BOOTLEG, and they will match your first deposit up to $1,000. That's right. Free money. What are we doing? Head over there, put in some bets, and let's try to win some fucking money together, all right? MyBookie. Use the promo code BOOTLEG. Let's get back to the interview. You know what I realized is a lot of these people in these buildings and these major labels, their number one objective is to not get fired. That's all they care about.
Yeah.
So they're like, how can I not get fired?
They want to avoid risk.
Right. Exactly. Right. So their whole thought process is, okay, I don't want to get fired because I got a fucking mortgage and these fucking kids I got to feed and a side bitch and all this other shit going on.
And artists are risk takers.
And I have this I have this artist I want to push him to do a song with. I'm playing a numbers game. So-and-so's got a fucking viral hit or is hot right now. Mm-hmm. Let me try to push that feature to happen, even if it's not organic.
Yeah.
Where you might be like, I would rather do this because it makes sense and it sounds good. And
that's it. I've got the credit. They when I was at Warner, I mean, no shade, but they try to push me to do so many songs with these artists.
Who's the most random artist they try to have you do a record with?
I don't know, just random like EDM kind of thing. I don't even remember the names.
They're like, yo, you should do a song with fucking
crazy
Diplo and Marshmello.
And then I was me.
By the way, that'd be kind of hard. Marshmellow's fire.
Yeah,
so is Diplo.
It just has to. It just
two
has
bad
to,
examples.
It has to feel right.
Fire, yeah.
It has to feel right. But I've been in the room and I've sat with like the president and I've been like, oh, you know, I want to do this song or we're thinking about. We want to get this song done with. There was one time I was like, I want to get this song done with Juice WRLD, and they're like, oh. Juice WRLD, like, wow, we don't think that's like necessary, or we don't think that's
too early.
You know, it was early, super early, and they're like, oh, we don't think, and I was like, yeah, it makes sense, like the sad music kind of thing, sad boy vibe, blah blah blah.
That would have been crazy.
They're like, oh no, well we think, you know, we should kind of turn that sad around, and we should do something more up tempo. You know, they always want the up tempo kind of thing. I'm just like, that's not me. That's not what I'm trying to do. Like I'm trying to, you know, I have this vision, and they're like, oh well, this song and these songs are doing good. It's just too much like analysis from people who aren't really like taking in like.
Well, they're just worried about losing their job.
Yeah,
that's all it is.
And that's what it is. But sometimes they think they know just based off.
They want to put numbers on the wall, bro.
But they think they know based off previous numbers, and there's always going to be something.
Everything's
new
always evolving.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
But they go off the past. Yes. So right now they're going off like TikTok, and you know it has to be like this. It has to be like this because this is doing good. But what's after that? You know,
the TikTok thing is the best and worst thing that's probably ever happened to music, because it's like it's dope because you get discovered, and if you know, there's people who've gotten discovered on TikTok that are actually really talented, and but then there's other shit where it's like these labels are just signing motherfuckers based on
a 5-second clip,
a 25-second clip of a song. And it's like, and then you hear the whole song, and
you're like, this is not.
What is this?
You know? But it's giving more power to independent artists though at the same time.
Right.
Because people, you know, you have a hit song and you're just like, fuck, I don't need no label.
Well, no, TikTok, it also is good if you're on it and you're doing the right shit, you're creating the right content, you're engaging with your fans. It's a way to pop your shit.
Right.
You know, like someone who kind of had a similar career path in terms of like dealing with major labels, starting off independent, ending up independent again is like Snow the Product.
Yeah.
She was on Atlantic forever.
She's dope.
And they fucking fumbled that whole situation. Then she got off, and then she went and did a fucking freestyle that went viral, and then it got Grammy nominated.
I seen it. I've known Snow for a long time, years, 5, 6+ years. She's a beast, and she really got that. She got the Latin side to her too. So
she got a wild following, man. Yeah,
crazy. She's super dope. Underrated.
Super underrated. What is for you having the type of fans you have? Has there ever been a situation with a fan that like they went a little overboard?
We talked about that today. I've had stalkers. I had people like waiting outside my house, like kind of thing. Like, oh no,
like
I'm
where you
supposed
live?
to be with them. Yeah, yeah, crazy.
That's fucking weird.
Like real story. Like stalker outside, waiting outside. Call the cops. Cops come.
Chick or dude?
Chick.
Yeah.
Girl. Yeah.
I don't know, man. Fuck.
I mean, nah, but it's not the attention you want. It sounds like, oh wow, but
No, that sounds terrible.
yeah, it's bad. And you call the cops come, and they're just like, oh, and cops leave. You're like, damn, she's still here.
still
Like,
here.
Then what do you do?
Yeah.
You know? And it's just like,
You got to get a what's that thing called? Order of protection, man.
but what?
Order of protection. It's like where they can't restraining order.
Yeah, I don't even know the person's name or who they are or anything about them. And I'm like, we're all scared to go down there. We don't know if she's right there with the knife or anything.
Man,
We're
that's
just like,
fucking
fuck.
crazy. Then you can't even sleep
Just
at
see
night.
her outside the window. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
crazy. It's crazy.
Would you say, because you've had some pretty crazy like brushes with almost losing your life over the years, man.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Was it last year that someone tried to shoot at you when you were going to Vegas?
I think it was like last year, 2 years ago. Yeah.
And then
on the way to
something like
Vegas.
that also kind of happened in like 2015. Maybe
2015. Yeah, I got shot.
You got that's what object.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
you've had some serious brushes with death,
Yeah.
man.
LA's crazy though in general.
It's fucked for sure.
LA's fucked. It's only getting worse too.
But do you like when that has happened to you? I had a similar situation. I didn't have anyone try to kill me. I almost killed my fucking self, not on purpose. But that shit like shook me, man. Like 'cause I'm like, damn, I could have fucking like literally died. Like,
yeah,
you know.
I've had a lot of experiences with that. One thing I kind of learned is like riding around with, you know, in the Lambos and 3 Corvettes following behind you and riding around in these cars and just being kind of loud. It's not really like the smartest thing to do or the safest thing to do, you know. And I used to roll around like that a lot, but these days I'm kind of like more. I'm just smarter about it. I don't really like all the crazy loud bright color cars or anything.
Because you seem
like
to
that.
be like a pretty peaceful guy.
Yeah, I could get wild at times though.
No, but I just mean in terms of like you put a lot of positive energy into the world. Like to me, your
of
music is
course.
like it's not very negative. It's not like you're talking like a bunch of crazy like.
But I like to have fun though.
You do like to have
I like
fun.
to have a lot of fun.
You do like to have fun. Sometimes on Instagram Live.
Yeah.
Sometimes your IG Lives be fucking starts up, bro.
You know, turn. But, you know, the older I get, the more I realize, like, okay, I got to move smart.
Yeah.
Because, and I've learned from a lot in the past, but now I'm just like, okay, if we go somewhere, if we do something, we have to be strategic and militant and, you know, move the right way, especially with what's going on, you know, these days. It's
fucked right now.
It's fucked. It's too crazy.
Yeah, because LA's kind of always had that element, right? But it's like, I feel like the EDD thing was so strong here compared to everywhere else.
Yeah, I was saying.
I had friends that were coming here from out of town to like commit EDD fraud. And they're not from here, but they were just getting money. Like printing money.
Yeah, and that's what we're talking about that too. And I think people are just getting away with shit out here. And they're just like, fuck, like not fearing the consequences and not knowing like what's gonna come back. So people are just down to do whatever.
They would just like, you could find like a homeless guy and just pay him for his social and his information and then collect, I had homies hitting the ATM for like $5 or $6 grand every Friday. Just Pooh Shiesty masked up.
Yes. And that's it. And it was so easy.
I was like, what the fuck is going on, bruh? They're trying to convince me to do it. I thought about it.
That's how I'm like,
I was like,
wow.
wait. I was like,
I'm
wait,
like, y'all are getting away with this
and
shit?
I would see all the money and I'm just like,
what?
oh, no, this is.
But what I fear,
this is fucked.
I fear.
I've never seen that shit happen. Like, I've never seen people get money so easily in my life.
So
it was
bad.
like scary. It's almost like the Bitcoin thing where it's like, it might be a little fucked eventually. Like, and
But what I fear is karma, though. because it always comes back, you know.
Yeah.
So I thought about it. So I'm like, damn, yo,
it
that
comes-
easy to get money from these fucking
it definitely
banks?
comes back
I was
in
like,
the form
fuck
of
these banks.
federal prison. Federal prison is
Yeah.
how it comes back for you.
Oh yeah.
Everyone's going to fucking prison right now,
For sure.
especially
Those
with the PPPs. Oh my god.
Oh man.
There was a guy.
Find you.
I think that is also a big attribution as to why like LA's kind of gotten a little more crazier because like people got a little bit of taste of that, you know,
And they want it.
and
They
it's
want
dried
more.
up. So it's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Are you pretty like careful about like not like if you're gonna go out to eat or
Posting.
something, not posting or like I mean even like
Of course.
leaving the jewelry at home?
Oh yeah, when I go, anytime I go out anywhere that's not like down the street, or if like I'm in a public situation, like this is a private situation, so
Yeah, I mean, look, you're
everything's-
doing a podcast.
But
you
if
wanna
I go
rock
out
the
to
shit,
eat
yeah.
food, like I'm wearing shorts, like dirty shoes, and a hoodie, and like nothing, no ring, no nothing, and I'm just like, no one's gonna look twice at me because I'm just like, I have nothing for you, bro, you know.
Yeah,
But
you could also
yeah,
I'm trying to push this narrative to rappers to start rocking fake jewelry. Why
yeah, no,
not?
it's
Hey,
smart.
who gives a fuck?
Yeah, facts.
Who's gonna question?
I've had my share of, you know.
If you're Lil
yeah.
Baby and you have a fake like fucking Rolex, besides fake watch buster, he's gonna call you out for sure.
Yeah.
But who's gonna question you? The fuck? That's what Ocho.
No one. You
Ocho
can't, no one could walk up to Lil Baby with a diamond tester.
I'm like, fuck off, bro.
Yeah. Like what he don't even gotta say. He got his security, he got his people. Yo, back up.
Yeah.
You know?
Do you?
But
Yeah. I mean, you
it's not a bad idea.
when you first got into the game, did you do the fake jewels?
Of course, just because and it's less about like, oh, fake jewelry, but more like people kind of gift you this and that.
Right.
And you find out like, oh,
They gave it to
he's
you for a
not
reason.
giving me real diamonds. He's giving me, you know? And it's cool, like fuck it, I'll take it, whatever.
That
you
happened
know?
to me, and I was living in Tampa. And shout out to my guy Jane, the jeweler. He does all Russ's jewelry. Great guy. But Jane gifted me this giant fucking chain, and I'm thinking I'm rocking some ill shit.
It's happened. It's happened to me for sure.
That shit was plated as fuck, and the diamonds were not real.
But if it's free, it's free, and if it looks good on you, fuck it, why not?
And I was
if you get robbed, you're kind of just like, take it.
Yeah, no, my boy was
You
like,
know?
he gave you that, and he was like, let me see it. He just held it. He's like, bro, that's not real.
Nah.
I was like, bro, I don't know shit about jewelry.
Yeah.
How active do you plan on being after? Now, obviously, you were talking earlier. You know, you're used to kind of dropping yearly.
Yeah.
Are you gonna make fans wait a lot longer this time? Or
No, I think I really just, it was just these kind of like 2 years or that year and a half, and I needed to take that time off to really kind of, you know, find myself and self-reflect, like I said. But now I'm on go mode. I have 100+ songs already planned out, ready to come out. So I'm ready to go. And with being independent, I kind of look back on it. I'm like, why did I wait so long? But it's more of a personal reason.
Right.
Because now in this day and age, especially, you have to be consistent. You have to be 10 times more consistent than 4 years ago, 5 years ago, 6 years ago. You're in competition with everyone
everybody,
now.
Yeah, it is kind of
everybody.
crazy.
Everybody who has an iPhone, you're in competition with them.
And you're not only competing with other artists, you're competing with just attention.
Yeah, TikTok.
Like I don't,
and-
bro. I'm telling you, bro. Like I'm a huge rap fan, and I listen to. I mean, I put up my Spotify recap. I think I listen to like 28,000 minutes of music or some shit. But bro, I'll be on podcast, dog.
Yeah, and
Like if I'm riding around, I'm usually listening to somebody talk about fucking fantasy football or sports,
Yeah.
or Joe Rogan talking about ayahuasca.
and artists and musicians, they're in competition with that as well.
With that shit for sure.
Everything.
Because you just need the attention. What are you doing in your spare time these days? Like how do you spend time when
It's funny you mention it. I gamble a lot. I have a lot of fun doing that. We go
What
to
do you
Vegas. I play everything: poker, blackjack, everything. Kind of, you know.
I mean, listen. I happen to be a degenerate.
Yeah,
And it's
same.
you say that in a very like playful way, but
Oh,
it's not playful. You've probably had some terrible nights where you wanted to fucking bro. I've been at the casino, and I've genuinely thought about robbing people.
yeah. That's
Not
bad.
not recently.
Yeah.
Not recently, but like
That's bad.
10 years ago, like 12 years ago when I was doing radio in Vegas, and I'd be at the fucking Mandalay Bay across the street from the radio station. I'd be down like 3 bands, which is
Yeah.
like my fucking everything I made for the month. I'd just I'd be like, yo, man, go to this fucking high roller room and try to catch somebody fucking slipping. I'm like,
Yeah,
man.
that's bad. Stay away from.
Yo, what up? It's Bootleg Kev. Gotta interrupt the interview. Shout out to our good friends at Blue Chew. It is cuffing season. It's getting cold as a bitch outside right now. And you could definitely use a little extra fellas. All right. Blue Chew will have your dick harder than goddamn trigonometry. All right. So if you're really, really, trying to get your dick game right, trying to make sure your performance is at an all-time high, go to Blue Chew right now, bluechew.com. Use the promo code Bootleg. They're going to give you a month supply for free. That's right. A whole month for free. BlueChew.com. Use that promo code Bootleg. Get your first month for free. My friend Adam Wade could use some Blue Chew, that's for sure. There he is. So this is what it is, man. It's got the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis in a chewable pill form. It gets delivered right to your doorstep in discreet packaging. You don't have to go to the doctor to get Blue Chew. It's all online, all right? And you can get your first month for free. Try it out. And then thank me later. BlueChew.com, promo code Bootleg. Plus, they just dropped the new Blue Chew Mint Chewable, which has the same active ingredients as Levitra. And that should have you fucking rocked up and stocked up, bud. All right? So, one more time, BlueChew.com. Use that promo code Bootleg. Get your first month for free. Let's get back to the interview. So, you play everything equally?
Yeah, I play everything kind of equally. You know what I learned about gambling is everything, it opened my eyes to like, not even money, but everything is relative, So when someone loses $100, it's like I've seen rich people lose, at a table in an hour, I've seen them lose $500,000. But everything is relative. So when you see someone rob someone or kill someone over, that $100, and you're like, oh, it's just $100.
What?
It might have been...
Their whole everything, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. And it kind of like put everything into perspective for me and seeing all these different walks of life, like play with all this different type of money. And it's opened my eyes, to how kind of fucked up and twisted money is.
Oh, it's crazy.
and it made me value money a lot less.
Right.
Because I used to be like, yo, money is what we need to survive. But I've just seen so many things, so many crazy things.
Well, when you gamble, it almost like desensitizes you to the fact you're giving money away. It feels like you're playing a game.
Yeah, because they give you the chips, and
you're like, oh, this is little chips. Yeah, this is cute.
And then you walk away, you go home at the end of the night, and you're like,
fuck,
that shit was real money.
It's rough. Hurts. Yeah, the worst is like, I have a friend who's made millions of dollars gambling, but I've also seen it, like he goes to the high limit slots. Mm-hmm. And he'll do like 1,000, 2,000 a fucking spin. And like I've seen him hit for like 900K.
Yeah.
Like 1.2 million. But I also
see him lose.
I've also seen him been down $300,000 in one day. And I'm just like,
it's a part of it.
My God. What is your biggest win in gambling and the worst night you've ever had in terms of losses and wins?
I've had bad nights, but like just little nights. My biggest win in gambling was about $250,000 on my birthday. And it was like, I was like, what the hell? Like, cause I don't really, like, I believe in luck, but I believe in like reality too, Right. I don't think like you go to Vegas and you're going to win cause it's your birthday. But I won $250,000 on my birthday and I'm just like, what?
What were you playing?
Fuck, blackjack only.
What the fuck?
Yeah, $250,000 on my birthday.
So that was like a slow come up.
No, it was like one day.
No, I mean in terms of like, some people will sit down at a slot machine and hit $250,000 in fucking like.
Oh yeah.
Or they'll play roulette, and roulette you could win fast. Like blackjack's like the slow grind.
It's not slow when you're betting 5,000, 10,000 in hand. It's pretty fast. You be there for 3-4 hours. You either lose everything or you win a bunch.
You were up 250.
250, and I'm like,
that must have been the best birthday of your life.
I was like, this is so crazy. I was telling my girl, I was like, is this birthday luck? Like, what's going on?
My God,
it was so crazy.
I can't imagine a better birthday. Ever.
Yeah, but then it also made me realize, like, all this money, like, it's. I don't know.
I'd have been a fucking problem that night, bro. Don't let me be up 250 on my birthday in Vegas. I'm gonna be at the fucking.
I don't know if you know who he is. You know Mickey, the dude who be rolling around Vegas crazy. That's my homie. He's like, I learned from him the real degenerate life. Like he's won millions in a weekend stretch.
There is like real like strategy if you really gamble the right way. That all of it's luck based, but there is certain things like roulette. There's certain ways you could play roulette.
Exactly.
where you have like an advantage on the house if you got a big enough bankroll.
That's the only advantage you have really in gambling. You just have to have the bankroll. You know, don't try to win.
You have to be able to back your losses.
Yeah, exactly. So
have you ever played roulette? You play roulette?
Yeah, yeah.
So have you ever done the strategy where you bet 2/3 at once? So it's like the second third, third,
first, second. Yeah, bet on the first and second.
As long as one of those two hit, you're up.
Yeah.
And then if you lose, you triple each time, and then when you eventually hit,
that's like a slow strategy. You got to sit there.
Well,
I like to drink. I like to have a good time.
Well, no, when I was living in Vegas, that's what I would do. I'd go to like Fremont Street, where it was like.
Did it work out for you mostly, or didn't?
Yeah, but I'd be there for like 5 or 6 hours and be up like $400. But for me at the time, I was making like 32 grand a year.
It's all relative. But roulette's fun. I like to bet on the numbers because when that shit hits, you kind of just get high. You're like, oh,
no, that's the dopamine hit of winning and gambling is like nothing else.
Yeah, and that's why it's a problem.
Oh, like when I watch sports and I have a bunch of money going on a fucking game, and it's close and I win, bro. It's like I fucking had 30 orgasms.
Yeah, no, for real. That's why it's such a big problem. That's why it's addicting.
I'm fucking sick.
Oh, I've been there.
Yeah,
sick to your stomach.
So my worst gambling stretches always had to do with sports. And it was always
sports betting
from my house. Yeah.
Yikes.
I've had some rough run.
When I gamble, man, I really like to just have fun.
Right.
Like if I'm there stressing or anything like that, it usually never works out for me.
Right.
And it's kind of a waste when you lose because it's like, damn, you didn't use.
So if you were up 250 in a night, worst night that you've walked away L-wise?
Nothing bad because I'm not like doing anything crazy. Maybe 10, 20. 30, it's something like that.
Shit.
But everything it kind of all evens.
I lost $40,000. I'd probably be divorced. Yeah, I'd be like, sorry, shit's I don't know what happened. I thought I was James Harden. He fucked up.
Just blame it on the players. Yeah.
It's literally all I could do.
Right.
Because I lost like 15 Christmas week once.
Oh no! Not Christmas week. That's the worst.
And I just blamed it on James Harden because it was his fucking fault.
That's the worst. Christmas week.
Fuck James Harden.
Yeah, I love Vegas, man.
And there's a guy named Mike White from the Jets who fucking started a game last year against the Bengals. Cost me 10 bands. Fuck Mike White too.
Yeah.
Sports gambling's fun though.
Yeah, I'm just not too into sports. I feel like you have no control.
And the other thing too is like you could also bet on like these like really zany, weird like celebrity boxing matches.
Yeah.
Which I haven't done yet.
I've seen, yeah.
I have not done that. But there's like online sports books that will like take your like Blueface fight money or whatever, whoever's fighting, like
yeah.
And it's like those I feel like you could kind of figure out.
What do you think about tanking Garcia?
Who would win? I like Ryan Garcia.
Yeah, he's cool. I played poker with him before a couple times.
Nice.
Yeah. Or I think once, something like that. Once or twice.
Who would you take?
Man, I don't know Tank, man, but I feel like he's just a beast.
Yeah, he's also like the kind of guy that like, I don't know, man. Some of these boxers, he might as well be a part of YSL the way he be fucking acting. You know what I'm saying?
I like that shit.
I'm like, bro, you gotta chill out, bro. You're a fucking professional athlete, dog. Like you can't just be threatening people.
People want to be entertained, man. I like that shit.
I'm like, dog, they gonna put a Rico on you, bro. Chill out. This motherfucker's beefing with every rapper alive.
For real.
I'm like, dog, why are you beefing with rappers?
Yeah. People want to be entertained, man. People like that shit.
No, he's dope.
Especially this day and age, you just got to be outlandish, crazy. That's why 6ix9ine had such a, people want to be entertained. And still to this day, when someone talks about 6ix9ine, they'll be like, yeah, fucking, they might hate him, they might love him, but they're always going to say like, I miss him on my timeline. He was entertaining.
Well, I'll say this about 6ix9ine. Well, in general, what you just said, the outlandish shit only lasts so long.
Oh, of course.
There's no longevity in that. But at least 6ix9ine, who was pretty much mastered the internet at the time.
Right.
At least he had some good records.
He did.
He had some records that didn't suck.
I mean,
like Gummo was a joint in the club.
He had bangers.
Even the Nicki record was fire. Like that, what was that shit called? Kiki? Fifi, Kiki, whatever the fuck. Y'all know he'd be having all these fucking weird ass song names. But at least he had some records to kind of back it up.
Yeah.
But
because it wouldn't have worked if he didn't.
It would have worked momentarily.
A lot more gimmicky though.
Yeah, it would have worked in the sense of like Little Pump worked, And I guess they probably had similar careers. Yeah. And by the way, For the second time in fuck Lil Pump. He put my number up on his fucking story. Fuck him.
Damn.
Because
was it because of J. Cole thing?
Yes. You saw that, right?
Yeah.
Oh, by the way.
I love J. Cole, man.
No.
dope.
So me and Pump, we're cool. Like I've always defended him throughout the years.
Yeah.
Fucking solid question to ask. I figured this kid might have been humbled from the last few years. Let's have like a real conversation in which he can actually kind of seem like a dude and not like a fucking clout robot, you know? Oh, I was wrong.
Yeah. Hey man, sometimes on that kind of subject, like some people don't want to kind of admit kind of like where they're at, you know?
Well, dude, like that's the thing is like you don't really participate in a lot of that, and you have a track record of like dude, you've made more money off of rap music than 90% of your peers, and it's not even close.
Fuck.
These motherfuckers aren't getting royalty checks.
It don't seem like it though.
No, but they're not getting royalty checks. Nobody's getting royalty checks. Yeah. They're fucking getting their advance,
and that's it.
And then they're parlaying that into show money or whatever the fuck. But motherfuckers ain't getting royalty checks.
Right.
Like Meek Mill, I think he just said his whole career on Atlantic. I think he said he made.
I seen that.
It was like a wildly low amount of money for as many records.
Did he say like $1 million or something?
Something crazy.
He asked how much Going Bad made. They're like 25 million. He's like, how much did I make off that song? No one told him anything. I'm like, man.
So that's the problem though. Like
that's label issues right there.
But this the
Stay
thing.
away.
But this is the thing, right? Like, it's a gamble because you could also be the guy
who's independent.
You could be the guy who really ain't. You might be a flash in the pan, and someone offers you a $2 million deal.
Yeah,
you better take that. Hey, what up, y'all? We got to stop the interview real quick to tell you about our folks at Hardin, Las Vegas. You see them right there. You know what I mean? Shout out to Hardin, man. Shout out to everybody over there. It's the illest dispensary in the world. Number one, they got the craziest selection of weed you'll ever go to. When you're in Las Vegas, there's only one place to go. That's Hardin. You pull up. You say, hey, I heard about this place on the Bootleg podcast, and they're going to get you hooked up with some fucking weed. All right? So go to Hardin, Las Vegas right now. If you're in the city of sin or you're going, make sure you put together a little hour off to the side to make sure you go get your nice fucking Hardin bag full of just a premium weed, all right? And not only that, you got to shoot them a follow, Hardin_Las Vegas. I want to shout them out, though, because Hardin smells the best. The dispensary is just, it's not only the best dispensary in the world, it's the best smelling dispensary in the world. And look, now the Bootleg Head podcast smells like Hardin because I have the Hardin signature scent candle. You could have one too. You could. Go to fucking Hardin, Las Vegas. Just saying. Also, make sure you follow them online, Hardin_Las Vegas. That is important. You have to follow them because there's some bullshit accounts out there. We appreciate Hardin. When you're in Vegas, pull up. Go get you some smoke. Go get you some edibles. Go get you some fucking carts. Whatever it is, they got it, and they got it at the highest quality. It's the only place I'm smoking from. That's Hardin, Las Vegas. Let's get back to the interview.
Exactly, and that's how people think sometimes.
And I think Lil Pump did that. He got a bag, and good for him.
You got to bet on yourself, and when you're an artist, and if it happens quick, then I get it. But if you're building up and building up and building up, and you see it's working for you, and you have a shot in this shit, bet on yourself, man. Gamble on yourself, and fucking don't take that quick money, that instant gratification. Build it up, keep going. It might take 5 years, but where are you gonna be?
Yeah, like you see guys like Russ these days who like kind of like pimped the label for 2 albums and then got the fuck out and still owns his masters, and now he's like he just drops a song every week or every 2 weeks. It's like you just do what you want, you feed your fans. Yeah,
and that's another thing, but it's also, aside from the label thing, it's not following the trends. Because I don't think he followed like super trendy, like what was going on in the music when Pump was hot, like. There was a lot of people trying to do that, coloring their dreads.
Oh no.
Doing all that.
Lil Pump was like he's like the Clout era like mascot for sure.
But
like everybody followed his whole fucking
get those
blueprint.
Every 3 years or every 4 years. We get
even
those
like
waves.
6ix9ine low key followed a lot of like the Pump shit. Even like I mean
just fucking shock. You know what I'm saying?
Dude,
shock.
So many.
Yeah, value.
There was the fuck. I'm not even gonna say the dude's name because I was DMing with him.
Chief Keef set the tone for a lot of shit too. There's a bunch of people.
The clone guy, what's his fucking name? I was just DMing with him because he's mad that I forgot his fucking name.
Clone? Kid Boo?
Kid Boo!
Yeah.
Shout out to Kid Boo. I'm gonna have him on the podcast. We're gonna have a really honest conversation about his whole fucking thing, but that was like
Yeah.
an egregious era of music.
Oh, it was I think they call it the SoundCloud era. SoundCloud.
I want to say Supreme Patty.
Not everything
I
was
think
on,
Supreme Patty got a record deal. I think he did.
No way. Supreme Patty,
Supreme Patty.
The lemon juice in his eyes guy.
He put out a record that was produced by
man.
Scott Storch, bro.
Wow. Shout out Scott. That's my guy.
Get the bag.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure somebody gave him a deal. I don't want to speculate on which company it was.
Yeah.
But let's just say it's a number. The company's named after a number. I'm pretty sure they gave him a bag. I might be wrong, but the fact that and Supreme Patty's a nice kid, but the fact those kind of people were getting record deals in the clout era.
Let me say this, man. The industry, these labels, it's like at first it was like embarrassing, but they try to hide it. Now they just don't have any pride. Like they're like, fuck it, we're already embarrassed.
They just did the fucking fake crypto rapper.
Yeah, they're like, we're already fucking losing. We're just gonna fucking go all out. You know how when someone just gets super desperate to fucking just start doing shit and they're fucking losing, you're just like, dude, you have no fucking shame. I feel like right now that's where we're at with fucking labels. They're just like, oh, he has a fucking hot TikTok 5-second snippet. Like we need him. It's embarrassing.
That fake AI rapper that Capital signed and then dropped within 5 days because of the outrage. What was the name of that fucking? You know what I'm talking about?
Nah.
There was like this meta rapper who was like a. Oh my bad. So it was like a fake rapper, right? That they made on the metaverse.
Okay.
And FN Mecca, right? Yeah. So that dude was not a dude. It's a fucking like an avatar that was like saying the N-word in its music and like
I never heard it. I'm surprised I never heard of this.
Bro, it was all over the place for about 2 weeks. But so Capital announced that they signed the first ever AI rapper, right?
Yeah, I get
But then once you dive into it, you're like, oh, this is just kind of like a lot of black stereotypes and the people behind it. From what I understand, you would know more than me because she worked with. I'm not sure that the person who created it was black. Am I tripping? The guy behind
created what so the guy was white or whatever.
Exactly.
But the person behind it was black.
Right. So it was almost like the Milli Vanilli thing, but with like a cartoon.
Gotcha.
Right? And it was just like it was the cringiest shit I've ever seen.
What I think is labels and all these things, they want like instant gratification kind of thing. Like they don't value longevity anymore. Right. They don't value good music.
Or just artist development.
Yeah, or artist development. But and I get it because so much shit's going on. They just want to grab whatever's coming to them.
It's the numbers game, man. They'll sign 50 acts and hope one of them becomes a weekend.
Yeah, but the independent artists like me and all these other artists that are doing it the right way, we're playing the real numbers game. We're trying to be here for 20 years.
What's your distro? Are you doing like DistroKid?
Foundation.
You do. Shout out my guy Lee.
Yeah, shout out Lee. When I was on Warner, Lee was the radio guy at Warner.
Of course he was.
Yeah.
Shout out to Lee. He just announced today he's got a big thing coming. Shout out to my guy Lee.
Yeah. What is he doing?
He just left Geffen.
Oh wow. Okay.
He announced that today, so he's going to. I can't say where he's going.
Yeah. My distribution foundation has done. I want to say more for me than any. Than Warner. And Warner had my masters, and now I'm just doing.
Lee's a great guy, man.
Yeah.
And Foundation's a great company.
Yeah. Amazing company.
And the one thing about Foundation is you can just call Lee and be like, "Hey, yo." I'm trying to drop some shit tomorrow.
Let's do it.
All right, let me call the stores. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, shout out to, hey, that's dope, man. I didn't know you were under Foundation. That makes sense, though, yeah.
I've been with them for about 2 years. I did my last project with them, too.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
And that last project did numbs, bro.
Yeah.
You were on hella playlists.
Yeah, and that's and Foundation helped with that.
I feel like a couple of years ago, you were I felt like, I was like, Forrest kind of hanging out with some of these industry douches a little. I said, like, hey, they kind of try to pull him back in a little bit.
Yeah. I almost got pulled back in, too. I had a couple deals. I was like, oh,
there were certain people mentioning you to me that I was like,
yeah.
You've like
I had some 7-figure deals on the table.
Oh, I bet you did.
I might need this right now. Like
I bet you did.
But it's when it comes to building catalog, you gotta bite the bullet and think long term.
Right.
Especially for me, if I only made music for 2 years and I have a 7-figure deal on the table, I'm like, fuck,
of course.
let me take it.
Right,
but now I'm kind of like, man, I've had this.
Was that 7-figure deal? Did that include your independent catalog?
No.
Okay, well then that's different because a lot of that's what they're doing now. They're like, we want to roll up your whole shit.
Everyone wants catalogs now.
Yeah.
Everyone.
For sure.
But yeah, I was like, I have songs that are already making 7 figures. I have songs that are, not albums, just singles that already did 7 figures. Like, I just need to push another 1 or 2 of those out. Right. I don't need to sign for 4 albums. Sign for 3 albums with you for 7 figures. Yeah,
and like you have like a lot of, dude. Fucking, you got songs with people that. The fact that you were able to have a Kehlani and Janae feature on an independent project and like, that's a big deal, man. That says a lot about your relationships that you built over the years.
Yeah, and it takes grind, it takes hard work, and especially artists of that stature.
Well, those are also the type of artists that have high artistic integrity. They're not going to.
They don't want to work with someone, and you can make the greatest music, but they don't want to work with you if you have any, bad shit attached to you.
They also like aren't the type. I'm assuming like you just can't pay for like features from some of these artists.
Oh no. Come on.
You know what I'm saying? It's like this shit,
they have to love the song. The song has to be great.
For sure.
It has to be something that's like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. And most of the time, those are artists that'll really just get in there and just do it and create because they love music. It's weird because I'm in both industries. I'm in the R&B and I'm in the rap. Yeah. And I see the difference. I feel like the R&B side, they really appreciate music a lot more, and they're less of like trying to bang out a bunch of songs and just get in the studio and fucking I'll put this shit out. There's a lot more integrity behind it. In the rap world, it's a little more aggressive. Like, fuck it, we'll just do this shit. It's a lot more like fake and toxic and twisted.
For sure. Well, I mean, like I think like you. I mean, nowadays. Guys like Rod Wave are considered hip hop. I mean, I'm sure he's got like, but it's like you guys
R&B hip hop.
You guys are really doing like kind of like your own thing. Like, it's almost like when like people would consider Post Malone a rapper. I'd get like sick when I would hear that out loud because I'm like, he's just an artist.
Yeah, he's an artist, dude. Post
like
Malone's
he's one of the dopest.
Like
to me, you're an artist.
Yeah.
Like you could rap, you could do this, sing melodic shit, but you're like an artist. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Post Malone's so dope, but but there's those worlds like rap world where it's like these are rappers.
Like Doja Cat is a rapper. Technically, she raps. Yeah, but she's also
she can sing too, though.
Yeah, she's a pop star, bruh. Like she's a fucking When I say like, yo, she's the hardest female rapper, I'm like.
But then you'll get.
I don't really look at her in that lens. Maybe.
Yeah. But you'll get into those industries where it's like this is R&B. This is like these people are the most R&B you could get. Like
Now the R&B shit is fire, and I think R&B's had like a dope like 4 or 5 year run of kind of coming back and the soul music side of shit's like there's just been some great R&B shit getting made. That's like kind of like underground but not underground.
Yeah, right. It's
like shout out to like Selection Radio and Apple and shit. They did a good job of kind of like
they've been around for a while,
pushing that line.
Yeah,
for sure. Hey, we got to stop the interview to tell you about our family at Odd Socks. That's right, the most comfortable socks in the motherfucking world. Go to oddsocksofficial.com right now. Use that promo code BOOTLEG and you'll save 20% off. Christmas time is a-coming. And let me tell you something. Their Black Friday sale, if you're watching this before Black Friday, you might be watching it after Black Friday. But if Black Friday hasn't came yet, just like Cyrus hasn't came yet, it's been a while, he's on a drought. Guess what? oddsocksofficial.com, promo code BOOTLEG, 20% off, plus whatever the fuck else is going on with their Black Friday sale. And let me tell you, they got some new licenses we got to talk about, boys. My particular favorites. One of the greatest shows of all time. They got the Beavis and Buttheads. You know what I mean? And this is really a big deal. The Big Lebowski. That's right, the greatest movie to ever exist. And shout out to all you rappers and people who be pouring your lean into this bullshit. Some Mountain Dew Baja Blast socks. Casino, great fucking movie. You know what I mean? These are pretty fly. Bubblicious. Yeah, that's right. A little Bubblicious. And this is the big one. Big deal here. We got Coca-Cola socks, baby. That's right, Coke's on board. Coke is on board. You know what I mean? We get to put the Coke hat on. Well, this hat doesn't work for me, does it? Doesn't work for me. Anyway, you could get you this hat, though. Hey, Cyrus, take a Coke hat. There you go. Go to oddsocksofficial.com. Use the promo code BOOTLEG right now. Save 20% off. And go purge their website for Black Friday. Get gifts for your family. Your fucking Family will love you if you buy them the most comfortable socks in the world. It's that simple. Or you could buy them some fucking bullshit socks. You could go buy them some garbage ass fucking Ethica or some bullshit ass fucking Nike socks. Fuck them. Get Odd Socks. Let's get back to the interview. So the album is out. Not a lot of features.
No.
Sky and Garen?
Yeah, Garen, Sky, my girl. She did amazing.
Oh, that's your girl?
Yeah,
That's
that's
her?
my girl. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Just in the studio, vibing, organic.
Was she an artist
natural.
first? Or did you like say, hey, try this?
Yeah, no, she showed me stuff like when we met. She showed me like singing stuff, and I was
Right.
like, wow, like you're really good. She's like I just do it for fun type thing. I'm like, but we just get drunk in the studio and just vibe and have a good time, and whatever happens, whatever we create and feel good about, we just kind of put together like that. But yeah, she's amazing and talented, and yeah. I don't want
Better
to
make it work, man, if you put her on your album.
I know, right? That's
Imagine
that's my
if
plan.
one of the songs with her goes like double platinum,
Right?
and then you have to perform it and you guys break up. Like, I feel so bad for our good friend G-Eazy, because like me, myself.
Oh man, that's my guy.
Or not me, myself, and I. The fucking him and I
Him and
record.
I, yeah.
That record is a smash. He has to perform the song, but it's him and his ex talking about each other on
But
the fucking record.
I think, and this is kind of how I see it too. Like once again, like whatever happens, and life can lead you in a million different ways. But I've seen him perform it without her after the whole thing.
Me too.
And I think as when you grow and when you get older as
Yeah.
adults, you kind of just accept certain things, and you realize like, you know what, this was a beautiful thing at the time. This was a beautiful moment at the time, and I'm still gonna respect that instead of letting that eat away at me or become bitter about it.
What was it like touring with him?
Oh man.
Maniac shit, right?
Yeah.
They set up like the
Let's just say it was fun.
they set up like the little pre-party and after-party little
Yeah,
section.
the Stillhouse, vibes. Trippy was on that tour too with us. Me, G-Eazy, and Trippy. Yeah, we were.
That had to
having
be
a lot of
some
fun.
real debauchery.
Yeah. I think I might have signed a contract. I
not say anything.
can't say anything.
Well, I
about
didn't
it.
sign it.
I didn't sign shit, but
Some of the best nights of my life with that crazy white man.
yeah, it was fun, man. Jeezy's an amazing dude, man. Trippy is fucking seen a lot of success.
Drinking that fucking cinnamon apple fucking Stillhouse.
Stillhouse.
And the mint Stillhouse. By the way, he's not with Stillhouse anymore, from what I hear. Well, from what he told me, actually. So, well, look, man, I appreciate you pulling up.
Always.
Go support the new album, Butterfly Effect. It's out.
Yes, sir.
More new music on the way. Anything else? Is the clothing line still booming, obviously?
Yeah, man, we're rebranding the clothing line. I just had some internal kind of things, conflicts and stuff like
Right.
that, where I had with people I trusted and people that didn't really suit what I was going through and
Right.
my views on things. But I had to step in and kind of control everything and rebuild it the way I wanted it to be.
Right.
But just so much shit. I spent so much time on the brand, and I think just bringing in people that weren't really good for me or whatever, and
Right.
being able to trust people. I trusted people that maybe I shouldn't have, or put too much trust into people.
I'm gonna be honest, bro. I've met 2 or 3 random dudes that
Uh-huh.
said they were your manager over the last like 3 years,
For real.
for sure. And I'm like,
I don't know. I don't know if I'm the problem. I don't know if like what.
like very random dudes.
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh, yeah, that's the homie. Tell him to hit me.
Yeah.
And then I give them my number, and then they just keep hitting me on some like, hey, yo, it's Phora's manager. And I'm like,
Bro, the industry. I mean, but it's crazy.
you just got to be careful who you keep around you, bro.
Right.
For
And
sure.
I'm learning that because I move with good intentions,
Of course.
and I expect the same of others, and I think the same of others, but it's not always like that.
How many people have like Phora or yours truly tattoos?
Too many. We're looking at pictures the other day. It was straight like my face, my whole like from upper torso just tattooed. Like it's crazy. It's crazy. The Yours Truly logo too. Like it's insane, man. Every time I see it.
If
I see
someone
with
gets your face tattooed on them, is there a benefit that comes with that?
That's a good question. I mean, you're not a direct benefit, but if I see it, I'm just like I'm gonna remember them forever.
Right.
If I meet them,
fuck you got to pay to get into the show.
not like that. If I, and even people that don't have my face or my name tattooed, like I connect with my fans, group chats,
Of course.
Instagram.
You're pretty
DMs.
accessible to your fans.
Yeah, if someone's like, yo, I got your name tattooed, me and my sister or me and my cousin want to get in, like, I'm like, yo, I'll put you on the guest list. Easy.
Oh,
I want everyone at my shows.
That's super dope.
I'm not like, oh, fucking, you have to pay the 15,
Yeah,
20
because if
bucks.
it gets out of
I don't give a
hand
fuck.
and you end up like Tech Nine and Strange Music, where like all their fans have like some sort of tattoo, then you're not fucking making any money on the road.
But that's where you want to get, man, because it's not about ticket sales or album sales. It's about people.
You want to touch the people.
Yeah, and someone tattooed forever. They're a fan of you forever.
Yeah, I've seen that work the bad way too with ICP tattoos.
Oh yeah,
The Hatchet Man.
yeah, they're crazy. Yeah, juggalo vibes.
Yeah, there's like 50-year-old dudes teaching fucking 7th grade that were ex-juggalos.
Nice.
And they'll never be able to get rid of those.
Have you been to Gathering of the Juggalos?
I actually I've never been, but they tried to book me to do something there in like 2015. And I was like, once you go juggalo, you never go
Yeah,
back.
I want to go.
I would love to.
I think they get a bad rap because I think they're really like good people. I've seen a lot of like videos and stuff on like Gathering of the Juggalos. And their whole motto and their whole thing is like family.
For sure.
And I love that. It's like a cult kind of thing. And
it looks fun.
Yeah.
It looks
black, white, Latino. Like,
there's a fuck hut there.
Yeah, it's crazy. And people, it's an open, free environment.
There's a drug bridge. Have you heard about the drug bridge?
No, but it
So they got a bridge.
sounds like some juggalos.
And you go to the bridge.
Yeah.
And it's anything you want, man.
But it's lit, man.
And
I gotta give my respect to those people because they're
Nah, for sure. Shout out to the juggalos. I'm from Phoenix. We got none but juggalos there. But they got I heard, this is my boy Jelly Roll told me. Jelly Roll's
shout
like,
out Jelly Roll. Yeah, he's dope.
he's like, bro, they got a fucking tent there that's just, you just go in and everyone's fucking. And he's like, bro, but it's like the type of people you don't want to see fucking. He's like, bro, they look like me, bro.
Hey,
He's
man,
like,
everyone needs someone.
the
man.
stench in that motherfucker is crazy.
Everyone needs someone.
Can you imagine? Like, juggalos don't have the highest personal hygiene based on my experience with them over the years. And I've had vast experience with them.
Yeah.
I've been to some ICP shows. That whole ICP, Cottonmouth Kings, Strange Music, fucking,
Yeah.
yeah. Shout out to them.
They're
good
wild.
guys.
They're good people. They
happened
just
to the Cottonmouth
misunderstood.
Kings,
Let's call them
man?
misunderstood.
Did you grow up you grew up in Cali where the Cottonmouth Kings popping? I don't know. They might have been done.
I'm from Anaheim. They're from Riverside.
Are they from? I thought
IE.
they were OC guys.
Maybe
think
some
they're-
might have came from OC, but I think
There's like
it's an
70s.
IE thing. The high white socks, the little spade socks, and the big monster trucks. Cottonmouth Kings, yeah,
SRH.
yeah.
Stoners wreaking havoc.
Stoners wreaking havoc, yeah.
Yeah, look at us. All right.
That shout out to the IE.
That's the IE, man. Appreciate you pulling up, brother.
Yes, sir. My
Boom.
guy.
Fire.